Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. Let's get started with our top stories this morning, brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assistant Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. We have some breaking news. Police are investigating a double homicide in central Las Vegas. A police officer says officers responded to the scene at 12:23 a.m. Tuesday on West Chicago Avenue near South Main Street in Las Vegas Boulevard South. We will have updates for you on lvrj.com. In other news, former state senator Ivana Kinsella is leaving the Biden administration and returning to Nevada. Starting September 1st, Kinsella will take over as chief of staff for Governor Steve Sisolak. She will succeed Michelle White, who announced in July that she would step down. Kinsella resigned from the Senate in January to take a job with the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. She said in a statement, quote, "I remain humbled by the chance to serve the state I love during such a critical time." A North Las Vegas woman who raised hundreds of thousands of dollars trying to prevent an eviction may have to give some of that back. Daisha Kelly raised more than $220,000 on GoFundMe after being interviewed on CNN last week. But now CNN says she's not the mother of 3 girls, as she originally claimed. GoFundMe says it will issue a full refund to any donor who requested one by August 23rd. In an update on her GoFundMe page, Kelly said, quote, "The girls recognize me as a mother figure in their lives." While honoring those who fought to defend our country, the city of Henderson hosted a Purple Heart Day celebration. The event was held at Purple Heart Plaza, which honors members of the U.S. Armed Forces who were killed or wounded in action.
The statement is very true. Freedom is not free. From the beginning of America, it has cost many military and civilian lives and many sacrifices by them and their family members and friends as well.
Meantime, the entire Las Vegas community has been sweltering this summer, but one part of the valley has been feeling the heat for another reason. Review Journal's Jen Ah has this story. Good morning, Jen.
Good morning to you, Renee. It's called Urban Heat Island and usually occurs in East Las Vegas. Urban Heat Island usually happens when heat is trapped in concrete and asphalt during the day, then slowly releases into the air, raising the temperature by up to 7 degrees. A new study shows East Las Vegas tends to be most effective due to less trees and older buildings.
There are trees that are resistant to drought, but they're very sparse. They're not going to provide a lot of shading, whereas the trees that will provide more shading and more tree canopy coverage within the city will require more water. So that's a lot of discussion that's going on between scientists, academics, and city planning.
The city hopes to plant 60,000 trees by the year 2050. The question is, what type? Renee?
In your health news, sponsored by Forum Dental, Love Your Smile Again, an update on COVID and high school sports. State officials say all football team members who are not fully vaccinated will have to be tested weekly for the coronavirus. That includes players, coaches, staff, and volunteers. Meanwhile, girls volleyball players will not be required to wear masks on the bench or while playing in the game, but everyone else will have to abide by the state's indoor mask mandate. As far as the other fall sports, anyone who is not fully vaccinated will have to be tested if they travel outside their own county to compete.
Sports, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app and get a bonus up to $500 when you sign up. Last season, Raiders linebacker CORY Littleton struggled to transition to former defensive coordinator Paul Guenther's defense. As a result, his numbers dipped, as did his impact as one of the NFL's best pass coverage linebackers. This year, Littleton is hoping for a bounce-back season.
Yeah, you can call it a fresh start. Definitely have to learn to do defense. And just progressing through this defense has been really nice. Just seeing myself grow and continually getting better day by day.
Let's now take a look at our local weather forecast, sponsored by 1 Hour Air. No matter the season, no matter the reason, 1 Hour Air is here for you. We have rain and thunderstorm chances making their way into the forecast, about a 20% chance after 2 p.m. Still sunny and hot for your Tuesday, 105 for the high, 24-mile-an-hour winds coming from the southeast. For the rest of the week, rain chances sticking around until Wednesday, sunny and hot conditions all week long into the weekend. Highs staying in the low 100s, evening lows in the mid-80s. In your lifestyle news, sponsored by Oakmont of Las Vegas Assistant Living and Memory Care, the best care for the best life. If you've ever thought you could make a drink better than the bartenders can, well, now here's your chance. Double Helix Wine and Whiskey Lounge at Town Square is inviting customers to build their own old fashions. You choose from a variety of whiskeys along with bitters, syrups, and garnishes. And if you're feeling extra fancy, you can even smoke your drink. The Build Your Own Old Fashioned offer starts at $16. In your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. As we all get ready for the Raiders preseason game Saturday, officials are still learning how to get people to and from Allegiant Stadium. Last week's Gold Cup soccer match showed how plans have already evolved.
One such issue was the rideshare lot. The main one was across Russell Road, so fans were getting dropped off there, having to cross Russell Road over to the stadium, which was causing issues with the vehicle traffic coming over from Russell Road onto Polaris. So they moved that over off Hacienda and Dean Martin Drive, which takes the whole aspect of having to walk over Russell. It's right there on the north end of the stadium entrance, so that helped out a little bit there.
Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. In a span of less than 2 weeks, Las Vegas high-end College of Southern Nevada product Bryce Harper has had his National League MVP odds slashed from a high of 150-1 at BetMGM on July 30th to 4-1 on Monday. The Phillies right fielder is the second choice to win the award behind San Diego Padres shortstop Fernando Tatis Jr., the -110 favorite, who has been out since July 30th with a shoulder injury.
In your entertainment news, sponsored by DiscoverYourNevada.com, brought to you by Travel Nevada, fans of Usher got a little more than they bargained for. The superstar made a surprise appearance at his Backstory Pass pre-show underneath the Coliseum at Caesars Palace. Usher said in a statement that this is the first ever pre-show immersive experience for a Las Vegas residency. Our own John Katzlamidas tells us the pre-show has already welcomed some famous friends of Usher, including Taye Diggs and Kevin Hart. Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have a Roku device, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. From all of us here at the Las Vegas Review Journal, have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.